Welcome, I'm David Mendel with the Market Update. Joining me now is HAR 2008 Chairman Michael Leviton. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Dave. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. It's that time of the month again to look at the numbers. We've got data now for June 2008 property sales across the Houston area. I'm wearing my Nicole Miller racing car tie because the engines are revving. And what I mean by that is we've had actually some record sales numbers to share. Highest average single-family home sales price of $228,000, up about 4.5% from 1 year ago.
It's going up. Going up.
It's also going up on the median side. We saw an increase from 160,000 to 162,000.
That's good news. That's real good news.
We've seen this consistently now for a number of months. Even as sales have declined, we're going on 10 months of declining sales volume. The pricing, again, is the silver lining in this story.
Right.
Let me ask you this. It's a question I get frequently from members of the media. Is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? What do you think?
Well, you know, the buyer market, seller market in Houston, as we've talked about before, is truly local. And what I mean by that, inside the loop, we have our member brokers who specialize in that area, and they're having, several of those companies are having record months in their history. And you and I have a mutual friend who had a home that they sold inside the loop and got offers above list price.
Right.
So inside the loop seems to be real strong. Outside the loop in some of the areas, it's more of a buyer's market. And especially in that $80,000 to $150,000 range, there's still lots of choices out there. And it's probably a buyer market out in the suburbs. One interesting thing, though, is the sales for homes $80,000 and below are booming. I think they're almost 30% increase.
That's correct. That's correct. And we've seen a continued escalation in sales of activity in that segment. So people who are now buying properties in large numbers inside the loop, is it possible that that's a reflection of this trend now to people purchasing property closer to where they work because of gas prices?
I think that gas prices has a lot to do with it. I also think, being a native Houstonian, that it gets tiresome, the traffic. You know, and driving out I live out 290, and I get tired of driving 45 minutes an hour out from the loop. So I think you're absolutely right. The gas prices has a lot to do with it, as well as the commute drive. You
were talking earlier about buyer's market versus seller's market. On the selling side, days on market has actually dropped from 79 to 76 days.
That's a positive sign.
Very much
so.
It's
a small drop, but it's a drop. So that's great.
Very good.
That's great.
Well, I hope everyone's having a safe summer. We'll be back again in another month with the July 2008 data. Along with Michael Leviton, I'm David Mendel.